Hey, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a static website for this doctor's clinic single page website that we're going to be creating, but we're going to try and one-shot this one. So what I'm going to do is use the React initialization prompt that I have, and you can find this on my Patreon. But before, if you watch my previous tutorials, what we would do is do everything one by one, right? So I kind of wanted to test something out here. Is AI good enough right now with Gemini 3 Pro version to kind of just one-shot this, right? So we can do the initial setup using the initialization prompt. Okay. I also want to see if we give it the images that I've also shown you in previous tutorials. If we do it the same way, does it do it in one shot? So this is more of a test video and also two different things into one thing, which is initializing the project and telling it to design the page. So let's get started. If you're looking to get a 20% discount on Hostinger, then use the referral code in the description below, or go to the Hostinger website, and in the website URL, add question mark, referral code is equal to swebdev, and press enter. The code will be applied on checkout. So let's continue with the rest of the video. So I do want to add, I'm also going to be using a simple design here. Okay, it's not going to be that complicated. So I'm just going to first give it the initialization prompt. Okay, and if you're wondering why I'm not putting this in like the description or something else like that, this is about 7,000 characters, so it's very long. I'm not going to be able to put it in the description. So that's why I just put it on the Patreon, so you can just get it there. So I'm gonna also write a prompt here and come back. Okay, so I've given it all of the images. Okay, I've given it the initialization prompt, and I've just told it to take all these images and make the sections accordingly. The sections are going to be hero, team members, price, testimonials, contact, and footer. I'm using planning and Gemini 3 Pro high version. Okay, so let's see what this does and what the result will be. I'm also actually going to add one more thing into this. So I've also told it to make sure to add proper spacing and make it mobile friendly. So let's see the result. Okay, I'm going to submit this. Okay, so it created a task file. Okay, and in it, it's understanding that the chat scene color and theme is going to be the green color, which is the color of the theme, and it's going to check the target directory status, suppose, and confirm the project configuration, okay, which I'm assuming is this. It's saying that I've analyzed the images and the folder. Since the directory is empty, I plan to initialize a new React project here. I have created an implementation plan. Please confirm the project settings in the plan. No auth, no complex state, green theme, type yes to proceed with the generation. Okay, so usually what you have to do with the React initialization prompt markdown file that I have, what it usually does with that is it asks you how you want to set everything up, and you manually have to do that. But because I submitted the images and I also described what I wanted it to do, what it's done is basically just assumed everything on my behalf. Okay, according to the things that I've told it, like create all of these things according to the images that I submitted. I also told it to make it mobile responsive, and it did understand that. So I'm just going to say yes and let it do its thing. So it is asking me to let it run this command, which will install React for us. So now it's basically asking me to let it execute this command, which is to install Tailwind CSS, Motion, React DOM, this React, all of these things. What this will do is set up Tailwind CSS and all of the necessary stuff for us, and even some stuff like Axios, which even though we don't really need, but maybe if we scale this project up later on in the future, then it might be a requirement. So it's according to the initialization prompt, it's doing that. So I'm just going to accept and come back later. And now it's asking me to let it create all of these directories. So it's going to be the layout, and it's going to be the sections. It's creating a data one. I don't know why. Creating pages, which is good. and for one for hooks as well. Okay, I'm gonna accept this. Okay, so now it's done and it created all of these things. Okay, so it's saying it has initialized the project. Okay, implemented all the requested sections and basically just done everything. Now it's just telling me to run the npm run dev command, which I will do. Just enter. Let's see. There were no errors up to this point. Oh, it did not do it on port 3000 for some reason. You can easily fix that if you do run into a problem like this. I will just accept this one and this one. Okay, so here, usually it just does that for me, but it didn't do it this time. So if you do run into this, just do change this to 3000, and I'm just going to remove this one, save this, and as you can see, it is using it. So now is the real test. So we are here, and I'm going to refresh this. Okay, it generated an image by itself. Okay, I don't think it did this one correctly. I'm gonna have to look at the image again, but it clearly did not add enough spacing. It actually did the cards right. It added the LinkedIn and everything else. Okay, this is not the LinkedIn logo, but for now, we'll just accept it. We'll add in the images later. It did do these things correctly, but this should have expanded. So it's a little bit of a problem, but we can fix it. Also, I'm noticing the nav bar is a sticky nav bar, which is a nice addition. Okay, nice job there. And let's see if this works. Nope, this does not work. But it's fine. Other than that, I think it did not do the footer correctly. I'm gonna have to look at that, but this is also fine. Okay, it's according to we had in the image, but I think in the image we had this a little bit bigger. Okay, I'll look at that later, but for the most part, it's actually done a good job, in my opinion. It's done a good job. Okay, it's added some slight animation as well, which is fine, and we sped up the process. Not bad. What I would do is add a little bit of padding at the bottom of this and fix this because I do think this is not correct. Let me just show you the actual image. Okay, so this is the actual image and it added these for each of the sections. I wonder if, yeah, it lets me go to these sections as well, except for the about, which is this one. Okay, it's going to these two, home, contact. Okay, all this is good. The about is not correct for this section. Okay, but it's fine. Fix that later. We can do that. If I look at the image, let me just confirm this. Yeah, so the top one is a little bit smaller, and this one was the bigger one. And then this one is fine. It did the button almost the same, but this is also fine actually. So I would change this part and this part, and this is more of a logo thing, so this doesn't really matter. So let's look at the other sections. So if I scroll up here, you can see that this was the other section, and let's compare it. Okay, so the coloring is a little bit off, okay? It's just added some light colors rather than the ones I used, which is still fine. It's not a bad design choice, I would say. So let's move on to the next section, which is this. So it did change icons. I think I'm using font awesome in this, but in this one, I'm using something different. I think in this one, I'm using font awesome. In this one, I'm using Lucid React icons. Okay, so that's why the icons are a little bit different, but I think they get the job done. Also, this was a gradient and it did not pick up on that one, but I guess it's fine. It also did not take into account the spacing. Okay, so let's move on to the next section, which is content section. Okay, so we need to increase the size of this, but I think this is fine too. It's not a bad choice. And then there was the testimonial sections. Okay, so let me just show you here. So it clearly did not uh, do that correctly. The position of this is kind of my fault. I put the testimonial first and then the contact section. So that's more my fault than the AI messing up. But still, It's okay. So it still didn't do it correctly. The image should have been on the side and the name should have been on the side. It's up and down actually, above and below each other. So that one's not perfect. And the footer is just something it just made up on its own, even though I did submit the footer. I would say it got me like 80% of the way there, design wise. It got me 80% of the way there. So we'll fix this up later on, but it's still a good design. It still did about 80% of the design work for me. Okay, so this is the final result. And as you can see, we have edited the website to the point where now it looks similar to the Figma design that we had. We have a button text on the side, the image, the transparent image, and a navbar. And this navbar is a sticky navbar. Okay, that will scroll along with the page. Then we have the different cards. And also, navbar, if you click one of the links, will take you to the different sections. So this one is the services section, okay, showing the different services, okay, small animations as well. Actually, if I show you, this, this is also with a slight animation, okay. I don't know if this has an animation or not. No, this does not have it. This one has a slight animation on hover. Then the testimonials. These are the testimonials. Okay, these are not actual active testimonials. By the way, this is just a static thing. You can easily tell the AI to make this actual testimonial section. Okay, but they would be hard coded testimonials, not something that gets updated. Unless you have some third party API that can get testimonials from you from some different source. Right now, this is it. These are the different sections. This is the contact section. Okay, so I'm on testimonial. I can go to the contact section. Okay, so this is it for this tutorial. If you guys want the code for this website, it will be available on the Patreon. So I hope you like this one. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.